So we've finished using the Lynx Tour and Wasabi X in the crosses. It was a bit too tight, so we chopped it. We are sticking with the 48 pounds in the Restring Zero, and we have now gone O-Toro. We're two hits in with the Zero, so it's just dropped a little bit in tension, I reckon. So this isn't quite as trampoline-y straight off the bat. I've heard some reviews saying that this is quite trampoline-y a little bit. Some guys hadn't liked it for that. Okay, so Clint's got the O-Toro down that end filming. And the O-Toro does now. String? Wow. It's one of the first ones we've broken naturally. That's been in there for ages. Man, like, that's... Yeah, even straight off being freshly strung, I think the Zero felt at 48 pounds a little more pockety than this. Oh, feels nice. Oh, shot. All right, Clint, first impressions of the O-Toro.
The pop, I've got a big loopy swing. I generally use the MP. I can generate a lot of power from it, but I generally got to work for it. This, I can be late on shots and still, develop power. The crisp sweet spot, it's got a comfy, just cushion when you hit it off the center. You almost know where it's going to go. Maybe because the racket's a little bit heavier than what I'm used to is sort of helping, but the easy power that you get, particularly off the string, maybe, and I normally play at 52, 48 probably helps that a little bit more as well. But first impressions, well, I've just hit with it for 10 minutes and I think I missed 2 balls. So
Yeah, I mean, like we were just saying, I think with the MP is 300 grams, this is 310, that's all unstrung. So the playing weight of this racket, strung, dampener and overgrip, is 340. This would be under 330. So considering Clint's a big dude, he's a big strong dude, he can swing this. So you'd probably find that little bit more power. Maybe experimenting with a little bit of weight in the MP, you know, could give you even a bit more power. I mean, he hits it pretty firm, a lot of spin anyway, but it's coming off a little more velocity actually right now with this.
Probably getting less revs with this than the Lynx Tour that I have in that, sort of different frames in that, but I'm still generating easy power with spin on this.
Yeah, that'd be exciting actually with these strings in your racket.
Absolutely.
And maybe what we should do, you know, considering we've got the tournaments coming up in a few months, is changing the format to me testing my rackets only with these strings and Clint going to his. We chose to do these just because we've got 2 frames at the moment. Clint's just got the 1 frame there, but that's going to change. But possibly it is a better idea that you do you in your racket.
Absolutely.
And I do me in my racket. And we can chop and change anyway. We both like each racket. So, but first impressions.
The first impressions of these strings, the O-Toro, you know, if you're going on a rating scale, I've got to give it close to a 10.
Yeah.
Only simply because I hit the 10 minutes and I was very comfortable.
Yeah, I found it actually quite poppy, quite powerful. It was coming off really nice at 48 pounds. Not quite as much dwell time as the Zero when this was first freshly strung. I kind of felt this was a little more pocketing, and now it's dropped a little bit. It's been in there for just over a week.
I'd like to see what these are like, say a week or 2 in of hitting. Once the, you know, if the tension's at 48, drops at, you know, 46, 45. If the pop remains the same, but initially, it's
well,
a winner.
We will. I'm going away for a week, but when I'm back, you know, it would have been in there for just over a week then, and we'll get back into the hitting. So yeah, I'm the same. I'm excited to see how that feels after it's been in there for a little bit and drops a tiny bit. Maybe I would prefer this at 46 or 47. This felt great straight off the bat. It's hard to say whether it's realistically whether it's dropped. And maybe it has a little bit, or is it just that at 48 in the O-Toro is a little stiffer than this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't feel like this has dropped too much. I mean, maybe it has dropped even just 1 pound. But yeah, for me, first impression was probably a little higher of the Zero. That's coming off flying, and it still feels, there's still pocketing there. It's not quite as much as the Zero.
Well, what I went off the 10 minutes I hit with that is that normally with my higher trajectory, you've got time to reply. I was hitting more line winners, and you had less time, so it's telling me it's coming through quicker. You know.
Yep, there was just probably not as much height as with this racket, but still, I mean, plenty of margin, still plenty of height, and they're all dropping in. So exciting times, and we'll keep going. We'll swap over. Clint's going to go back with the Zero and see how that feels, and I'll grab this again, and we'll mix and match. Tell you what, I'm glad I didn't string these at 52. That's the interesting thing, you know, I wonder what Lynx 2 is going to feel like at 48. No, I haven't, no. Started at 54, then went to 52, now we're down to 48. And you know, and 48 just, you know, some people might think it sounds loose, but it's not at all. And this is a 100 square racket. Doesn't really feel like a 100 square racket though, I don't think. Time will tell with both these strings as to the tension maintenance and this snapback. I've found Lynx Tour has great tension maintenance, and the snapback is there for weeks. It's there for weeks, you know. So I know all these high-profile YouTubers that test these strings go on about the snapback in these. I'd like to see them compare them directly in their own way. with Links Tour, because from my experience in using the Links Tour, the snapback stays there for a long, long time as well. So, intrigued to see the difference here. Oh. 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 Yeah. Nice. All right, Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
We are back on court, and maybe the final day of testing the Restring Zero versus the Toroline O-Toro. So, Clint, you preferred the O-Toro, I preferred the Zero.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I get more pop out of this. Just to me, a plusher feel. When I center it, I feel like I get full value off my shot. It's a crisper feel. Overall, I just think I get more purchase on the ball, more value for my shots when I center it on these strings. Every time I center it, it just feels like the right string for me.
Yeah, and you liked that crisper feel.
100%.
I think the Hyper G, I think from what I've played with the Hyper G, which was only one hit.
The Solinco, yeah.
And from memory, it felt quite similar.
Exactly, 100%.
Really crisp off the string. It just pops off, powerful, which is inadvertently what I didn't like compared to this.
Yeah.
But I still liked it, but you like that poppy
100%.
feel.
I used to use the Hyper G when I used Yonex, and it was a great fit for that. Yeah. This seems to be a great fit, and you know, obviously similar color and stuff like that, but it's a very similar string. I get a very similar feel.
Yeah.
That's not a bad string at all. It just, for my sort of game, it probably doesn't get, I don't know, I just don't seem to get the revs off that that I get off this.
Yeah, that's definitely more powerful.
Yeah.
I could feel it shooting off the string bed.
Yeah.
So they're both strung at 48 pounds. This felt softer in a sense. For me, I would put that at 46 pounds if I was to try it again, to get that similar feel to this in the pocketing sensation. The pocketing feel on this is just sublime. I really liked it for that. It just dwells, the ball just dwells into the string bed, and I can feel everything. Whereas with that, with those really crisp strings, I just feel the ball shoots off before I can feel it. And I'm not as much of a fan of that type of string. As much as when I center it anyway, it does feel really nice, and it sounds quite poppy. And it feels quite poppy. But this was just that much nicer feel. What is that?
I'm not in a string.
Oh, is it a ringtone?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just much prefer the dwell time that I get on the Restring Zero.
Yeah.
As far as how long they'll last, we've had, I think this is our 5th hit with them, and you know, this so-called snapback is still great on all of them, on both of them. Like it was with the Links Tour. The snapback on the Links Tour, I had it in there for weeks and it was great. So I am interested to try Links Tour at 48 as well, to see how it compares to the feel of this, to see if it's as pocketing as this is. I feel great spin on both. For me, I couldn't really tell you which one more. Maybe this one, because I just have that feel on the ball.
Yeah,
and the ball's just gone on that one.
Yeah.
Really powerful.
I'd I'd consider for myself, my own game, you're a more powerful player than me. I'm more spin-based, control-based. I would even maybe go to 50 on this.
Yep.
Just that more controlled sense of the game that I have might sort of help me with my spin, because stringing at 48 won't be long before it's 46, you know.
Yeah.
50 overall would probably suit me.
And you're going to put that in your MP, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we'll do that at 50.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see how you like it in that.
Yeah,
I'm sure
I think
you'll love it.
I think it'll be a great fit for the MP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, overall, guys, one for the other. Both great strings, and I'm sure as these other reviewers that really get in depth with their reviews and the strings, these strings last forever.
Yes.
Which will last longer, I don't think it really matters. You're probably talking minuscule differences here. But as far as feel is concerned, if you like a more pocketing feel, this is the way to go. If you like a crisper feel, a bit more powerful, that's the way to go.
100%.
Color-wise, I couldn't tell you. They're both unreal. I love them both.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the green.
Yeah, yeah. And with the black, anything suits.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, so there you go, guys. Our little review on a versus between Zero and O-Toro. It's one each.
Yeah, more updates to come with the MP, the Head Extreme MP.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll string Clint's racket in the string that he wants to try, and if he wants to keep trying strings, our first tournament's in a couple of months, so we probably need to get Clint using his own racket.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
So we might change the review system up to Clint reviewing on his spin orientated racket and me reviewing on the control orientated and me reviewing on my control orientated racket. I think we'll do that from now on, so we can both use our own racket and see what strings Clint prefers in his and I prefer in mine. So far, the Zero is going to stay in here. I want to chop that to try something else. I've got Zero in sync to try as a hybrid and a bunch of other Toroline strings. And as I said, I want to try 48 pounds with the Lynx Tour. So as much as Clint loves that string in there,
Yeah,
I might string
I'll be
him up.
getting back to the MP. Yeah, I'll be getting back to the MP and trying this and that.
Yeah, outside of that, I might need to buy another couple of Speed Legends to speed up this string process
Yes.
of testing. So we've only got a couple of months before I need to probably just stick to one string. But that's that, guys. Next setup might be Lynx at 48 versus this, or it could be Zero and sync, or a full bed of sync. I'm not too sure yet. I've got Hawk Touch coming as well. So we'll see how we go.
Till next time.
Till next time. See you later.
I'm not going to be able to get up.
Yeah. That's a shame. Like, part of me likes the green better, but then part of me likes the blue better. Fuck. It's amazing. Oh, Jesus.
Fuck, mate.
Yeah, the back's got a stiff.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Fuck.
This would be good outtakes.
Oh, mate. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, my God.